Hey, how you doing, guys? Big fella here with you, here for another vlog. And as you can see, I've got a little less hair on the head. A fun fact about me, about maybe 20 odd years ago, I started receding, and all the front part of the hairline here started to go away, and I started to get a much more dated type of look before my time. And anyone who says, yeah, you've got a little bit receding hairline there, mate, I say, look, I've just got less hair and I'm getting more head. So yeah, we're in the month of December, and for those that aren't really familiar with the Southern Hemisphere, December is typically a hot month. We're in summer, and it's always been one of these things that really irks me. This isn't a video about ranting or anything like that. This is about fact, okay? This is something I've always had a bit of a thing with, you know. We are a westernized country, okay? So we take our influences from Europeans, from Americans, you know, all pretty much, you know, other first world countries, if you can even call it that. We get our Christmas ideals and beliefs from people who live in the Northern Hemisphere. Now think about this, okay? We're a first world country that is westernized in culture, but we live in the Southern Hemisphere. So when you guys are getting your Christmas, you're mostly in the colder areas of the planet, and usually surrounded by snow, which is what all your Christmas carols and beliefs are all based around, all your storytelling and everything. And to us here in Australia, and I'm sure in many other countries that, well, let's just say places around the equator, maybe even other places that are in the Southern Hemisphere like South Africa and South America, you know, it just doesn't really equate to us. You know, we just don't get cold weather, not typically anyway. I mean, we're in the summer months, and here we are, we're sucking up all these good vibes from other Northern Hemisphere countries, you know, and it's just so weird. I mean, it's something that really irks me, that has irked me for a very, very long time. And I can't really get my head around it, you know. It's just something that we've got to kind of put up with, you know. I try to listen to as few Christmas carols as I possibly can. It's just, like I said, I try not to make this a rant, but this is something that it's just been sitting with me for a very long time. And, you know, I just wanted to get it out there. Now, imagine if you are in the Northern Hemisphere right now, you're watching this, and you see someone who is in the Southern Hemisphere enjoying wintertime in the middle of the year. How weird would that seem to you? You wouldn't really associate the middle of the year with winter now, would you? No. We wouldn't really associate summer with Christmas if we weren't in the Southern Hemisphere. It's always summer somewhere in the world, and for us that is when Christmas happens. Christmas, New Year's, and we look at all these other people in the world who have all these cars buried under mountains of snow around the New Year's period. I mean, I've got to say my heart goes out to all those people in the northern parts of North America, the European countries that are always used to it, you know, Canada, you know, all your salted roads and everything. So imagine this, okay? We're here in Australia and other southern areas of the world. We're here with the Christmas spirit, okay? And snow? What the hell? You gotta be kidding me, it's not in the middle of the year. Anyway, that's kind of why people have this Christmas in July type of thing. To us, Christmas in July is more of a lining up of cultural beliefs between us and you. For people in the Northern Hemisphere, Christmas in July is kind of, yeah, we share the same kind of thing, okay? Just Christmas, when Christmas usually happens, 25th of December, sorry, it's not the same. I mean, I think the closest any place in Australia, not mainland Australia, but Australia itself, like if you include Tasmania, which is still part of Australia, the closest we ever got to actually having a white Christmas I believe, was in the year 2000. And that's when I think it was Mount Wellington in Tasmania. They actually got I think they got a bit of snow, and I think they got a bit of hail. I'm not sure which one was which. It was one or the other. It was either a hailstorm or a snowstorm. And yeah, that was the closest anyone ever got to having a white Christmas in my living memory. Yeah, something to think about. So this will probably be the last vlog that I do for this year while I'm here in Sydney. After this, I'll be heading up north, probably within the next week, and I'll try to vlog some more up there. If I can get my programs loaded onto the laptop, then yeah, I'll see what I can do about getting some more uploaded then. But I haven't actually tested the laptop out for its video editing capabilities yet. It's pretty much the same specs as my normal big rig computer, okay, but it's just in a smaller form, okay, so it's just almost virtually identical spec. It's just within a laptop instead, and it's got two fairly beefy fans to help keep it cool, but honestly it is a monster. I mean, it's, what is it now, it's over 4 years old, and I don't use it as much as I probably could, but honestly it is really still good for what it is. I mean, I was a computer technician and a laptop technician for, I don't know, about 4 or 5 years, about maybe 20 something years ago, and these things, they've just gone up in leaps and bounds as far as their compatibility with big rigs go. You know, the amount of data they can process, how well they can handle the heat, they can do so much more than what they could before. It's not just a cultural fable or anything like that. It's just, you know, everything's gotten smaller and actually better than what it used to be. So Sydney's kind of returned to a, well, how would you say, normal? I wouldn't actually say normal because of all these fires that are still burning, but they're not really congesting our atmosphere like they were before. So last week was pretty bad. Now you can actually see clouds instead of just clouds and smoke, with smoke being the predominant factor. So you're looking at around here now, and yeah, it is overcast, and I was planning on going back down to the beach and getting a bit of a time lapse on the full moon, because this is when it's supposed to rise, but because of all this cloud, it's just not going to happen. So I was just outside, and I wanted to show you just a few of the Christmas decorations that we've got up on a few of the houses that are around here. But I just realized that this being a predominantly Muslim type of area, there aren't very many Christmas decorations to be seen. You want to find stuff like that, you go around to, there's a suburb we have here of very British origin called Chipping Norton. Hello, Jeremy. There's quite a few houses which are known for their annual Christmas lights, and these guys do not hold back. They throw virtually everything they can afford into making themselves a spectacle just for a few weeks of the year. So basically there is a place that's not too far from here which I walked past a few weeks ago, and he had a bit of scaffolding up around his house, and he was putting up these lights. I'll take you up there once it gets dark, and I hope he's actually finished it, because it was going to look actually pretty damn good. And I don't say that lightly, because I'm not that really impressed by Christmas lights, but when you see the amount of effort that this guy's gone to, then yeah, for the size of the house that it is, I mean, it's actually fairly small. The lights that he's put up, I've got to say, it looked impressive. Okay, when he was actually putting them up with the scaffold all around the house, then yeah, he was just getting into the swing of getting them put up. I've never actually seen the lights being lit up, so I want to go up there a little bit later on and get you a view of this house, and yeah, drop a comment and let us know what you think of the lights especially around here because there aren't that many to be seen. So it's not a real festive area of Sydney, let me tell you that much. Oh, I want me a coffee. Makes that really weird rattle. I've never really figured that bit out. Well, like I said before, guys, less hair, more head. Now around here you can always tell where there's a good display, because there's always a queue of cars out the front. Now, this place is pretty good, but the place across the street is just up a notch. Did I say up a notch? I meant several notches. Another reason you can tell it's always a good display, you've got the ice cream van out the front as well.
First one of all. Yeah.
KK 啊，呢度啊，呢度。OK。Yeah，我要啲 faces 啊。咩啊？大哥。
要喐5代先咩啊？
會唔會吸音俾你？
係啊，咁樣車尾。
好啊，
Can make bottle.
Just finished having a chat to John, the guy that owns the Christmas decoration house, and he was saying that he's been in the game about 4 years, and each year it keeps on getting bigger and better and brighter. And he was saying that he's got probably in excess of 150,000 LEDs in that setup. Each one works out to around about maybe 300 milliwatts. I'll let you guys do the sums, but I'll have a crack at it and leave my answer in the description. So, but yeah, a very nice little place, and he's done quite well for himself. And look at all the people that were at the house. I think that's going to be it for now, guys. Now, like I said before, this will probably be the last one that I do from down here in Sydney until I get up to the north coast to spend some time with family. I'll endeavour to put some more vlogs out while I'm up there. Not sure how many I'm going to get out, but I'd say probably at least 2, maybe 3. It depends. It's a bit of a change of atmosphere from down here. It's very different up there, and it's kind of God's country. That's a place where I spent, I want to say, close to 15 years, and I wish I never left. You know, it's just one of those places where you think your heart is just at home, and you know where your heart is. So down here, it's a home, but it just doesn't feel like home. You know, up north, that is where I belong. I've always believed that. Don't forget to leave a like, drop a comment, and subscribe if you haven't already. And also please share the video. Until then, big fella, have a good one.